Hello, this is Lamontry, and for this video, we're gonna go over stretching the shoulders and the upper back. Pretty simple. And in this video, it's at home. So most of the videos I've done are at home. Not much space. Not much space is required to get in shape, to get a good stretch, get a good workout. So with this, I'm stretching my upper back. My palms are together, facing forward for a second. Then, as you see, I've raised my palms up, and now they're just about over the top of my head, top of the front of my head, and my fingertips are together, or your hands can be close together if you can't actually put them together with this stretch. Just put them as close as possible. If you flare your elbows out, you'll be able to touch your fingers together much more easily. Alright, lean to the right for a second. Come back up. Put your hands straight out in front of you, stretching your upper back and shoulders. Elbows in. Palms, fingertips are touching. Elbows are in. And my feet are about shoulder width apart, which is basically wherever your shoulders are, the heels of your feet will be right up under your shoulders. A little bit, maybe a little bit to the outside. And again, palms together. Come back up. And now leaning to the left. With the palm is not really together, but the fingers are together. Thumb is together. Elbows are slightly out. And then coming back up and coming back down right in front of me. I'm actually using a tennis ball between my palms, and it makes it sort of like a focus. Helps me to focus, keeping my fingertips together, and it makes it a little bit easier to move around with that the pressure of the ball and between my palms. And you can try that out yourself. So now I'm a little bit more relaxed. Palms are together, straight forward, with less extension. Okay, now this stretch here, I'm going to stretch mainly the front of my shoulder instead of focusing all the tension on the upper back. Now this is more of a shoulder stretch. So palms touching, like you're hanging on a cross, touching the wall. And what I'm doing is putting one leg forward in the lunge position and one leg back. Not too far apart. My legs are not too far apart. They're basically I'm basically flat-footed, so you don't have to stretch it too far. Your heel might come up a little bit in the back, but your lunge, the feet that you're lunging forward, will be flat, and your knee should never pass your toe. Your knee can be above your toe when you're leaning that foot forward, but never go so much put so much emphasis on your knee being forward that it overlaps or it crosses over the top of your toes. So that was a hip and shoulder stretch. This stretch here, I've basically just, again, my arms are out like a letter T or like a cross. Make sure you keep your fingers open so you can get a full stretch. Uh, not too wide, but make sure your fingers are somewhat spread apart. And you're gonna just walk forward, which I've already done, but walk forward until your upper back collapses behind you, and you feel that shoulder stretching, and your head and neck is basically dangling forward while your shoulders are being forced back. This is a real good stretch just to relax in. Just relax, breathe, you know, no particular breathing. Just breathe in and out of your mouth and nose. Keep your feet flat. And keep your feet behind your buttocks. You don't want your toes too close to the wall. You're gonna feel really off balance if you don't have the right structure. So I'm leaning forward here, relaxing into the stretch, and just, not rushing to get into the next movement. This is pretty much the longest stretch here. So your fingers are spread apart, feet are behind your buttocks. And I'm breathing in and out of my mouth and nose. Or breathing in my mouth and my nose at the same time. And breathing out of my mouth and out of my nose at the same time. Emphasizing the structure. I want the arms to be almost like a cross, like a perfect design of a cross. My arms are not too low. My arms are not too high, but they're mimicking what a cross would look like, or a letter T. And you get your structure right. Feet, hands, neck, chin, forehead leaning forward, emphasizing shoulders back, belly forward, lean that belly forward a little bit. But it's mainly a shoulder stretch, so you want the shoulders to be and the head to be leaning forward more so than your belly. So my nose is pretty much touching the center crevice of the wall. Then coming behind me, my chin would be next, then my belly, and my feet would be furthest away from the crevice of the wall. That gives you an idea of the structure. So your belly's not leaning against the wall and your back's hurting because you're leaning your belly too much in. Yeah, you don't want your nose and belly to be touching the crevice of the wall. It's more so your nose and your forehead. And it's not really even touching. It's pretty close though. And so you're just getting this good old shoulder and upper back stretch. Very dynamic stretch. This is a dynamic stretch right here. You can stretch your shoulder in different ways, partner stretches, whatnot, using machines, uh, levers, whatnot. But this is real. This is a real deal stretch. It's easy, simple. Do it at home. You don't need to go to the gym. Yeah, you can get in great shape without the use of a gym. Yeah, this is a wonderful. You're just enjoying the moment, enjoying the stretch, breathing. You notice your mind. This is almost like meditation. This is meditation. It's a meditative state. You're just in there breathing. Your body's. You forget about the tingling in your arms. Okay, so the video is nearly over. I'm gonna give you guys some quiet time. Please look for links to my website and other information. And thank you for watching. I'm hoping that you enjoyed the video. Thank you. Bye-bye.